best part of the day. It looked like we had the water, but we still kind of dry docked. Let's fix that. All goes well is the only time I'll use my paddle the whole time I'm out here. Which is not easy when you got fishing poles staring up, but that's okay. We only gotta do it for a sec. Got all kind of hodgepodge going on back here. Let's make a little noise, why don't we? I don't know, some of these baits that make noise don't scare fish off. I'm banging on my stupid kayak to do it. Let's see what's up. I'm not feeling froggy today. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. We're going top water. You wanna know why? Because my wife called me last night and said it was time to go, and I said, watch. I'm gonna get a fish now. Guess what happened? I got a fish then. So not only am I gonna do top water, really, these fish in this lake are so disrespectful. I'm over here trying to untangle my line, and they're over here jumping in the water around me. Should do it. They all over out here. But I'm gonna go someplace I'm going shallow. I'm not starting off in the deep area today. And I'm gonna pretty much troll the whole way there. Never been one for trolling, but you know what? In my kayak, I don't mind doing it. Let's see how the chopper does. And hopefully we don't have any mischief today, because I forgot my pistol. It took me 15 minutes. Get all up and at them. And we do have storms coming in, and I am racing them. I have a few baits. I'm going to do top water for a minute. Then I have a few baits I just really want to try. And that's really, like I said, this is all this has been for me. I want to see what works on this lake. I want to see, just get outside my thing. Grumpy Bass, what's up, man? Got nothing but love for you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. I wish I could share a drink with you. But, you know, all I got is my water, and, you know, it doesn't do good going over the phone. All right. So, I'm in 6 foot of water, but I'm going to be casting all over the place here in a second. It's going to be 2 feet to 6-7 feet, depending on if my El Chapo. Man, I am doing good. Had a good day at work. I mean, had a long day. We did cleaning. We got customers coming in tomorrow. You know, so that always makes for a long day. But, you know, I work with good people, and that always helps. So, and I have a job, so that always helps too. That's good. That's definitely better than the alternative. I've been on that side of the boat. Woo. I gotta put more line on this spool, because I just took that right to the end. This is not the time to realize that. Yeah, man, so yesterday I was out here, and I was just chatting it up, and I started going top water, and going with some of the stuff I rely on than usual. And my wife called me and said, all right, time to head in, because she knew I didn't want to get it. I told her to let me know and watch the time for me. If I wasn't already starting back in, you know, just give me a shout, because I didn't want to be out here in the middle of the night trying to get my stuff all loaded up. It wasn't that bad. It was just the frogs are crazy, which told me a little something about this lake. And but the mosquitoes, good night, I can barely breathe. So I wasn't gonna just bring my trolling motor out here with me today and not bother with the electronics at all, but yeah, it's force of habit. I started putting it all together, and it was like I just didn't stop until it was done. And I was like, oh crap. Mr. Grumpy, how are you doing today, man? Hey Leon, how's it going, man? I'm in central Alabama. This lake has produced little fish, big fish. Uh, the last couple weeks, I have felt like the worst fisherman on YouTube, and because the bite has been horrible. We've been in drought conditions, and I don't know if that's just sucked up the oxygen out of this lake or what. And but I haven't been able to get a bite hardly for nothing. Tried a few different things, and a few things were working. Trying to get outside my comfort zone a little bit too, just try some new things. And so with the bite sucking right now, it's kind of hard to tell what is and isn't working. But um, over here is pretty shallow. Like gets down to, I mean, it gets up to the shore, it gets up to an inch, but it gets up to, it gets to a foot or two. And then I'm sitting in 5.5 feet right now. Down south outdoors. Gulf Coast, what's up, fellow Alabamian? I am in Springville. Ah, 2 trout, there you go. Yeah, I used to, when I lived down in Clearwater, Tampa area in Florida, on the Courtney Camel Causeway, used to use little love lures, and man, we would kill the trout out there on this just one little swim through area, the first little bridge, the second one. Gosh, that was 25 some years ago. Love that. Down south outdoors, you're in the, man, I gotta get back down there. But yeah, I am northeast of Birmingham. I'm right in between Birmingham and Gadsden, right off of 59. I mean, dead center. That's cool. Them short days are nice every now and again. I don't know if anything's to be biting over here or not right now. The sun's still up, but we got some thunder rolling. There is rain coming. I'm gonna try and just race through some stuff. Got my quick change thing on there, which like I've said before, I really don't like those. I had one mess me up the other day. I wasn't happy about it. I'm hoping there's no shenanigans out here because I forgot my pistola. And immediately I hear shenanigans, but it's in the neighborhood next to us. All right, yes, I work in Birmingham. I don't know if you know where Carlisle's is on 6th Avenue, but we go there about twice a week because we're like 2 blocks from there, which is amazing. I love that place. Their burgers have gotten a little smaller. I'm not happy about that, but their barbecue's top notch. Down south outdoors TV. Do you do TV? Like when you say TV, is it podcasts and stuff, or is it actual shows? Or what's going on there? If you don't mind me asking. Inquiring minds want to know, brother. And I'm inquiring minds. That means me. I'm an inquiring mind. I'm a curious soul. My boss told me that more than once. He never really sounded happy when he said it, but nonetheless, here I am. Man, there's usually a bunch of bass in between those trees right there. They're gonna make a liar out of me. Yeah, my son's down your way doing some construction stuff right now. Which is cool because I get to watch his son a lot. Alright, so I got a couple of y'all in here. First thing I'm going to say, I wish all y'all would tell me where you're from. I hope I get to see all the comments. I will try to answer every one of them. If you do subscribe and you like what you're seeing, awesome. I appreciate it. I don't get the notifications, which aggravates the crap out of me. So if y'all could like comment on like my first short, it's a fishing one, so or one of the ones with my dogs, but just one of the first ones so I can find you, and I'll definitely sub back. I just firm believer in that. You gotta take care of those, take care of you. Man. Scuba, what's up? Man, I appreciate the frequent flyer miles. I ain't playing there. I promise you that. But yeah, also if y'all don't mind, I will. Yeah, I have a thing that goes around my neck and rests on my chest. I had a chest mount, but I couldn't see any of my uh, comments, so I was always doing this, and people were looking in my lap, and you know, then people were trying to like give me tips, and it wasn't good. But so I got this little thing. It's cool. It gets in my way a little bit when I'm trying to do stuff. There's grass floating around here. It's making my chopper stop chopping. I don't like it. But I like that. I need some more camerage because all I'm using is my phone. And I mean, it's cool. It works. It does its job. But yes, sir. I know you subbed. I appreciate you. They that's why I definitely appreciate you coming back. Uh, but hey, everyone else, go check out the music underneath my releases if you don't mind. My publisher releases all my music there first, and I don't really have anything to do with it. But then it goes to all the streaming platforms. If you like it, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. If you do like it though, add me on Spotify and stuff too, because I need some more monthly listeners on there. I got it pretty high, but took a break from putting music out, and the numbers went down. Right? People want their stuff. I got that. Whew. That rain coming in is humid. Yeah, I'm throwing the Chapo. Oh, cool. You already know each other. That's awesome. AJ, you got it. Yeah, I'm trying to rush. I'm racing the rain today, and I'm being a little bit impatient. Plus, this reel's got a high gear ratio, and with my ADHD, that's usually not a good combination. I'm about to switch to some of the other ones. I actually just did some wacky rigging the other day for the first time, and I caught a few. That was kind of cool. Uh, my buddies kept telling me to do it. I'm like, I'll give it a try. But again, like I said, the whole ADHD thing. Again, I come out here, nothing but clouds, and I get out here and the sun comes out right in front of the storms. That means they're probably gonna get a little quicker, so you know. Slower it is. Sound like my wife. Kidding. So I got an Alabama rig. I'm gonna give that a try. I've used that. I bought a bunch of them on sale. Used them years ago. Used it years ago in Inland Lake, and I just never used it again. And I'm like, we're gonna give it a try. I'll give it something to dip and glow, and we'll see what happens. It's kind of shallow over here. There's usually a lot of top water action, but I may go over to the shallow and shady spot in a second. I'm seeing stuff going on over yonder. fact, I'm gonna go ahead and go over there. Like I said, I'm kind of dealing with time a little bit. And there's a lot of bluegill in here, so I got a Savage Gear bluegill. Caught a few fish on it. That's it's chunky, but there's some big bass in here, so I don't mind throwing something chunky. Yeah, that's just, I think it's cool seeing people that are already following each other in here. That makes me happy. It really is a community thing. We all do the same thing, have the same interests and whatnot. Yeah, this over here is real shallow. I say I'm in 8 feet, but it gets shallow up here quick. Was using my screaming choppo. The wind's picking up too. Yeah, see, there's a drop off. Oh, I'm seeing some bait fish up here. That's always good. Yeah, that's cool. That y'all meant. Yeah, I really like the lives too. There's a lot. I mean, I'm still learning a lot. I'm not gonna get out here and be like, hey y'all, let me teach you something. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. I'm hoping that I get some tips from y'all, because I'm all about constructive, you know what I'm saying. I don't know why I can't get it out. Criticism, thank you. And it's all good. The wind's blowing. I may actually have to use my anchor today. But I am super excited about us getting rain. I want to muddy this water up and hopefully get some more oxygen in it. Mix it up a little bit. No, man, I have not used those. This kayak, I actually traded a rifle for it, so it cost me more than it should have. I mean, I got this one and another kayak too, so. But I didn't realize I had just put a really expensive scope on the rifle until after I was there, and the guy was leaving. My son said, "I can't believe you traded that scope too." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, your new one was on there." I was like, "No, it wasn't." No, it was. You definitely should. I was doing it just for fun, and really I just need to get my viewers and stuff up, since my publisher's putting all my music out on YouTube first. So kind of want to get my music out there, and the best way to do that is interact with people, right? So, and plus I like interacting with people. So there's a little inlet right there, so there's usually some fish over here. Slowing it down. JM6 Fishers, what's up? Hope y'all are having a good hump day. That breeze feels good though. Now, there have been, every day that I've come in here this week, there have been a bunch of turkey buzzards sitting right over here and all in these trees. And they're not here today, so whatever it was, I guess they ate it. Again, everyone check out my music underneath my releases tab on my channel. I appreciate it. And if you do sub, make a comment on there. Do y'all have, when you get subs, do you have problems getting your notifications for them? Does anyone else have that issue, or is it just operator malfunction with me or something? Yeah, Scope, I will definitely watch your lives. I want to throw over there, but I can't get my camera to look over there. I've actually done okay with my views the last few days, you know, viewers like yourself. No, I don't have any flukes. I mean, I do, but they're in my truck. I'm not going back in my truck till I'm leaving. I got a few other things I'm going to try. I did try some flukes the other day. There we go. Oh, come on. See, he told on himself. Of course, he got my stupid Chapo tangled up. So I know he's over there. See, that's the thing. I haven't used a whole lot of plastics. That's one of the things I've been trying to do this week, is try to get more comfortable with plastics. I got grass around it. I got a lot of grass around it. Good night. Yeah, I was hoping I'd come over here with this is where the shade hits first during the day. So I was hoping that they would be over here chilling out. And one blew up. And I threw over, that's why I wanted to turn around so that way y'all can see that area over there, blah, blah, blah. And got a bite. Wasn't very big. Definitely wasn't a big blow up, but that's all right. Yeah, my wife literally called yesterday, and I said, "Dang it, I saw that grass, and I still went right over it." My wife called me yesterday, and I was like, "Watch, I'm gonna get a bite now." And sure enough, like seconds after I said that, I got one. Of course, it got off. Oh, the wind's blowing me all up in here now. I don't want to be this close. Let me back up. Yeah, there's a little inlet. And where these little inlets are, there's actually some little trenches through here. That's like an extra 2 or 3 feet deep. And I've caught some big fish in those trenches. They'll sit in there in ambush. Give me just a second and I will show you. I actually tried making a little video of me getting everything put together and showing, there's my finger, at least I caught something. But but I will show you how I'm doing it. And I like this thing. It's just, it does get in my way because like I'm pretty much like if I do hold a fish up in front of it, it's hard to see it because of the I mean that's all you can see in my arm because of how far it is from my chest, so that way I can actually see everything and see the comments. Now they're behind me. They're definitely over here. One thing about these fish though, they don't, in this little lake, they do not stay in one spot long. I'll give me just a second, I'll give you, I scared something. So I'm in 3 feet. Where I'm casting over there is probably where it's landing is ain't but 7 inches, maybe. Knew that was gonna be a bad cast. I could feel it when I let go. All right, well now's a good time, I guess, as any to show you this. Let me get this down. Flip it. All right, what's up, man? That's the thing. Let me plug it. That's it. There we go. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I like it. It's very convenient. It's just, like I said, it gets in my way. And not bad, but, and I had one that was on my chest, and I liked that one. But it was, I always had to keep folding it forward and pulling it forward to, a buddy of mine gave it to me, and I appreciated it, don't get me wrong. But I had to keep pulling it forward to even interact with anybody, so I was constantly doing that because I don't want to I don't want to ignore anyone, even though I'm out here to fish. So but I think, shoot, on my TikTok, in my, I actually have it in my showcase. It's I think it was even on sale. But yeah, trying to back out of there a little bit. Don't want to be jigging. But yeah, it's pretty good. Not that I've seen, but that would be cool. You know, I can turn it. You know, I can rotate it and all that good stuff. Orientation lock, rotate device back. Okay. All right. I didn't realize that YouTube would fuss at me for doing that. Well, it's a good thing I didn't fall over. Get fussed at for falling down. Scoby, you have a good night, brother. We'll see you soon. Definitely be going live. You'll have followers. I'm a firm believer we should all be checking each other out. So that's one thing I did pick up from. That's one thing I do like about TikTok. I like it. Everyone in this room, we're all here. We like the same thing. Let's go check each other out. And I think that makes the most sense in the world. All right, I'm gonna cast a few more times over here, and I'm gonna move. Yeah, down south, I'm gonna definitely sub to y'all. I got some of my boys do a lot of hunting down there. A guy I work with, and his brother and his dad, and they have a hunting club down by, I believe, awesome, Prattville. But Southern Roots Outdoors. Y'all can check them out. They're taking kids and stuff, doing some turkey hunting this weekend, or this last weekend. That was really cool to see that. I love seeing the kids getting involved in just about anything. Nah, definitely another cast. I was about to say one more cast, so I'm leaving, and then I had 2 fish blow up around me. One in front of me and one over here right on the shore. Man, I got some. All right, so I was leaving the other day, and it wasn't like biblical proportions, but it was a ridiculous amount of frogs were out here. I mean, I was really amazed by this. Still am, and I've been talking about it for 2 days now. And, I mean, I had to be careful. I stepped it. I'm like, well, okay, well, that just taught me something about this lake. I need to up my frog game. And I got a couple frogs, but wasn't really happy with any of them. I don't know if any of y'all use biz baits or not. Uh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they're really, really good guys. They're just a good family. And but the Pad Daddy by Biz Baits, I just bought their. Oh, I hope my wife's not watching. I can't believe I just said that out loud. I just bought their bundle. It's a small bundle. It only costs $5. That's a lie. And it's got some frogs on it, and it's their little lineup of it. I want to give them a try, but it looks like they're perfectly weedless. I mean, they're just throwing them up on land and bringing them in. And here in a little bit, you might. Oh, cool. The ring looks like it went away. I mean, kind of cool. Yeah, but it's Southern Roots Outdoors. Southern Roots is one word, but because there's another one too, but it's like a kid, which is cool. I like seeing them doing it. But yeah, here's one thing about the kayak that I do like. It probably doesn't help my vertigo much, but I notice if I throw it a 10 o'clock position or angle, I can just kind of keep rotating counterclockwise, and I get like a really good radius of where I'm fishing. But yeah, I definitely want to try some frogs in here, and the Pad Daddy by Bizbait, it just came back out. I guess it's a new improved from the last one. I just recently found Bizbait, so it's gonna be new to me either way, even if it was just the old one. But it looked good, and I'm gonna give it a try, and I'll definitely be using that here in a little bit, and hopefully after these rainstorms come through. Ronnie McKenzie? No. You talking about Southern Roots? No, their last video was them killing a turkey. Like I said, I think Ronnie McKenzie might be the kid. I ended up subbing to him too on accident. Yeah, I tried writing them a theme. We gotta get back on that. We never did finish it up. Theme song. They liked my, which one was it? One of my hunting songs, Blazed on the Dash. He's like, can we use that for the videos? I'm like, man, you can use any of my songs for your videos. I don't care. But I want to go ahead and write them a theme song. Let's see here. Wonder if I can search for somebody real quick. I'm still getting used to this live thing, man. Y'all be patient with me. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. Wow, there's a lot of stuff on here. Yeah, I'll just stick to fishing. Huh. I can share my life. I didn't realize that. That's cool. Learn something new. But man, I'll try to get you a link to their thing, get it to you. But yeah, they're like I said, they're really good dudes. And I got grass again, so now my chopper's not chopping. All right, I'm about to put this down. Let's see, what do I? See, I got some soft baits actually tied up already. You know, one of my buddies, he was like, if they got a lot of bluegill in there, and that's what them fish are used to eating, you need to be throwing a bluegill, which I really don't feel like someone should have had to tell me that. Apparently he did. So I got a Savage Gear bluegill. I haven't used it in a while. I don't know if y'all have used them or not, but they got some really good baits. You'd think I was a sailor the way I can tie knots with this pole. It's ridiculous. I probably shouldn't. I gotta replace this line anyway. It's probably just getting tangled up. And that was my last cast a minute ago, wasn't it? That means I gotta throw one more. All right, well, there's a couple bass. Little. No, they're harassing the minnows. Maybe I'll throw a minnow. All right, let me throw something else. Honestly, I don't remember what one is on here. That's part of the reason why I need to get it changed, I think. I know it's 30 or 40 pounds. Oof. Gotta fix that drag. Let's see here. I got a Texas rig here. Oh, now they're jumping out in the middle. Good night. And I'll throw that here in a second. Let me throw this. Before I leave over here, I just want to throw this minnow a little bit. It's the Aussie, 6 cents Aussie. Just on a little jig head. This is the 30-pound Cast King, the new power braid. Yeah, I like it. It's the camo, they had it on sale, so I was like, I'll just give it a try. And I've been happy with it. I'll get into different colors and stuff after this. All right. But I use braid on everything, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is I always have minimum of two or three, well, minimum of three poles in my truck. That's what I got right now. And you know what Alabama heat and humidity is like. So any mono or fluoro that I leave in there gets memory on it that I just can't battle with. There's a lot of fish over here. They're all little though. I'm gonna get out of this area. But yeah, that's why the big ones come over here and they ambush these little fish. But I have some glide baits I want to try too. I know two of them are good, but I caught a lot of fish with both of them. The 6 cents Trace 5 and the Buka Trick Shad. I really like both of those. Whew. A bunch of minnows. Yeah, it just got a little too shallow for me over there. So I ended up staying away from the mono and fluorocarbon because of that, which I like. I really don't like fluoro, but I definitely like mono. It's just I have to change it out like every other week. So I have I'm gonna throw that minnow a couple times, but I have this set up on a Texas rig. I want to throw it. It's a Lake Fork ring fry. I don't know if y'all seen or heard of Lake Fork, but they have these little ring fries. This is the first thing I threw wacky rig the other day. I've never thrown wacky rig, and I caught like 3 off the little baby one. Beyond braid. All right, I'll have to give that a try. So now I'm over here in the deeper area, so kind of what I wanted to do. Over here by the dam, there's not as much. Well, I haven't found any snodgrass. So when I say there's not as much, I mean there ain't none. And so there's that. So if I'm gonna do Texas rig or something like that, I really need to do it over here, or I'm gonna end up with a bunch of snodgrass, and that's just kind of snotty. That's not cool. But yeah, I haven't used Beyond Braid. This is my first year using braid, because I always got dry fingers, and so it's like every time I got it, I guess I was just getting the cheap stuff, but it's like my fingers kept getting stuck on it and it'd fray, and it was just to aggravate the snot out of me. But yeah, last year is when I just started using bait casters. So that was totally new to me. That was kind of stressful figuring it out. Jacob. Who makes Beyond Braid? Who's the manufacturer? If you don't mind me asking, I'm sure it'd be an easy search for me. So I passed all the fish getting over here. I'm just not like I said, I'm just not a plastics user, and I'm trying to, because I want to up my game. I want to, if I take my grandkids out, I mean, they're gonna have more fun when they're catching fish, right? Jacob, what's up, brother? Yeah, I mean, that's 3 days in a row for me. I'm telling you, I got the most patient wife on the planet. But she knows I'm gonna get caught in a storm today, so she's probably sitting at home watching the live, laughing. I hope she's not watching the live. There's biz baits. Hold on a second. The early access limited edition from America. All right, Biz Baits has some limited edition bluegill baits that they're just coming back out with. They just sent me a thing, but like I said, I really like Biz Baits. Their spinner baits, I've had really good luck with their spinner baits. Their fire crawl series, when it came out this spring, was fire. I mean, did good. Jacob, how was your day, brother? And again, thanks for sprinkle flyer miles. Definitely appreciating it. Good, man. Here's that. Oh, okay. So it's not a big company. I like the smaller companies. I really, it's like they put more passion into everything. I mean, I think big companies got good stuff too. Don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't know. That's why I kind of got away from 6th Sense a little bit. It just seems so, I don't know, I don't know what it is about it. I wonder if that'll pick up my foot. It did not. All right, just curious. See, if I was in Florida, I wouldn't have stuck my foot down the water like that. Because there's stuff swimming in there that's bigger than my kayak. Oh, there's something swimming over here to my left. Nope, not today. I had one blow up on top water, but I'm trying to do a few different things before the storms hit me. The sun finally went away. Maybe that'll, ooh. All right, looks like there's a big cloud just Went to the west of us, to the west, yeah. So I love this thing, but I cannot tell where where the fish are going. Jacob, I thought you were my friend, brother. Y'all don't want to hear me singing it. All I'm doing is writing it, brother. That's it. That's just stories of my life. Look, I apologize to the family in front of me at church. I told you that yesterday, and I mean it, because they got to hear me singing in church all the time. I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all sit up here again and listen to me. I'm surprised they haven't moved to the other side yet. I'm just good. I'm just glad they're good people. That's something else about musicians that kills me. I don't see how they remember all the songs. It's like I wrote every one of my songs, but it's like unless I'm just specifically thinking about one song, I can't even quote the lyrics to it. And I felt like, all right, so that's, I don't know, I felt weird about it. But I was watching Jimmy Kimmel one night, and they're playing "Name That Song" with Taylor Swift, and they played "Shake It Off." She's like, I don't know, I have no idea which one that is. And they said that's "Shake It Off," and she was like, oh, it sure is. You're right. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's an everybody thing. Nice. Yeah, down south, Jacob's good people. I really enjoy. He kept me company out here pretty much all night last night. So I mean, he'll definitely support you. I like that. Like I said, try to support each other. All right. I guess Texas rig. See, I have never thrown a minnow before either. On just a jig head. It's little stuff like that. I've just never. I've just always used my hard baits. All right, so this is the Alabama rig that I'm going to throw in a little bit. So this is it's the Lake Fork ring fry, and this color's baby bass. It's the 5-inch. My man, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, definitely give us the code. Uh, in fact, that's one of them things. If you wanted to comment that on my like my first my live was last night. My first live or my first short was from last night. My wife texted me. Is like, all right, getting late. You want a reminder? It's about time to head out. And I'm like, cool. So all right, gotta go. I'm starting to close up. I said, but my wife just texted me, so I'll probably get a bite. And sure enough, like before I even got done saying it, pretty much I got one. Okay, it's on your channel. All right, cool. More motivation to go check it out. That's what I'm talking about. Giving back. The temperature today was about 90 degrees. I'm exactly 30 minutes northeast of Birmingham in Alabama. 90 degrees today, 88, 89, 90 degrees. I think it was 87 as I was coming out to the lake. Water temperature is 85 degrees. Sun just well. It didn't go down. It went behind that storm cloud that's just to the west of me. I don't know. That wasn't very roughly. That's pretty exact. But I mean, the only way I could have got more exact is it's actually the water temp is 84.76 degrees, not 85. There we go. How's that for roughly? Can't ask ADHD people to give you just a quick answer. It don't happen. Yeah, gee, I was Jacob. I was talking with someone. I talking about my music uh, Monday night, and the lady just left. And like an hour later, she come back on. I'm like, hey, you came back? Cool. What's up? I think her name was Judy. And she's like, yeah, I was listening to your music. Great stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I appreciate it. You're still giving me support. You're still watching my stuff. Nope, that didn't work. Man, you said it. I mean, I could not wait to get out of work today. My wife is just so awesome. We've been in a drought, so the bite's been really crappy. I don't know if it's lack of oxygen in the water or what. I know the temperature of the water jumped up really high, really quick in the last couple weeks, but the bite's been rough, real slow. And but I told my wife, so we got some rain coming, so I'm hoping it resets everything. But it looked like we're gonna have like 10 days of storms. And I was like, you mind if I go fishing tonight and tomorrow? Talking about Monday and Tuesday. And she's like, yeah, go ahead, that's cool. I said, all right, cool. This is supposed to start storming Wednesday, but still hadn't started storming. It said around 6 o'clock it's supposed to start. But, well, it's 6 o'clock now. That's a good sign. I may be out here longer than I thought. Yeah, no doubt. I'm actually from Michigan, so, I'm a Southern Canadian pretty much. I get told that a lot. But, I mean, because I'm from Saginaw, so I was actually up into Canada as far as laterally wise goes. And, yeah, that's one thing I do miss is the summers. I mean, you got 90 degrees there. You're like, yeah, I'm not coming out today. Yeah, so I got all packed up and she was coming home. I thought she was going to go do some other stuff tonight. And she delivers. She's a nurse at the high school, but when she gets off, she goes and delivers for Walmart. She just enjoys doing that. And she's like me. She likes interacting with people and stuff. So, she gets to drive. She likes driving around too. So, gives her time to unwind. But this is the way I like to unwind. But like I said, I wasn't supposed to really go out tonight. And she's pulling up and she's like, you going to the lake? I was like getting my kayak back in my truck. I'm like, yeah, I got a trailer, but I was just back up to the trailer and push the kayak in the back of my pickup because I'm in the woods, so my trailer ain't coming with me. See, I put the top water down. Now I'm seeing things moving around. I'm probably gonna go back to the wacky rig. Yeah, so I don't know if she's gonna be watching me or not tonight. That's why I messed up talking about something I bought. I'm like, oh, she hasn't commented, so maybe she's not watching. So maybe I'm okay. No, this is not my lake. I have lived here for 15 years, and I saw this lake when I first moved here. And I'm like, man, I want to go fish that lake. It looks juicy. But I couldn't find the property owner, so I would never come out here. And because you just don't trespass on people's property, you just don't do that. Especially in Alabama, you get shot. And I ended up, long story short, just helping somebody out. And he tried paying me afterwards, and I was like, no, man, we don't do that. Just, if you find some place that I can maybe take my son fishing that's not overfished, I said that'd be plenty payment enough. And he told me, he's like, well, you know where so lake is? And I was like, yeah. And I said, why you ask? And that's kind of a funny question. And he said, my family owns it. I'm the property manager, and him and his brother run it out here and take care of it. And he's like, yeah, I'll get my granddad to get you permission. So they got me permission to come out here. I help pick up trash and stuff when I'm out here, and if there's people trespassing, they're the ones who leave the trash out here. I run them off. Actually, I haven't had any visitors here. I think Saturday is the last time I had visitors. That's why I'm saying I hope there's no shenanigans today because I don't have my peacemaker with me. Definitely well worked out, and I like it because it's like I always try telling people, you get what you give with people. You take care of people, and down the line you get taken care of as well. And they don't owe me nothing, and they don't have to let me come hang out here, but they did, and that's really cool. And I communicate with them really good about when I'm out here. Actually, I don't think I texted and let them know I was out here tonight. Now I think about that crap, but just that way, just give them a heads up. And if I do catch people out here, I always record me talking to them, sending them on their way. One for safety purposes, but also legality purposes. I don't want anyone to say I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. And but also I'm sending them video saying, look, this is what happened, just so they know. And if anyone got ugly or something like that, they know to expect something or whatever. But I've only had one person kind of get snotty, but he towed himself back over to his rich neighborhood over there. Oh yeah, see, that's the way I've been for years. And this last year, I've gotten more into fishing than I have in the last 20 because I'm not working as much, and I actually quit my job. And one of the good things I say that I quit my job and I got another job. But one of the things I love about this new job is I don't have to work as much, and it's a really really good company, and the people are just amazing. It's a small company, and they've been around for a long time, and they know how to take care of people, and I'm just glad to be part of the family now. Yeah, see now the things going off is mainly trees and branches and stuff down there, trying to get around the structure, which is a pretty good song, by the way, just throwing that out there. That's what I do. Big dog, what's up? You should. You should definitely do those little lives like that. Like I said, we'll anytime you get on there, and like I said, if you teach people something, I need to learn. Like I said, I haven't been fishing. I mean, I've been fishing my whole life, one way or another. I mean, I was real poor when I was little, and I could always find some string and a hook around big places where a lot of people were fishing. And I could tie it on a stick, even if I didn't have a pole. I always dig up a worm. But first, like I said, I've never had bait casters and stuff like that, so this is all new to me. Oh yeah, I'm digging that tree. I caught a 4.5 pounder off of it last fall with a chatterbait. Probably gonna put my morning dawn jig on again. Had one the other day over here with that. I'm really hoping this fry ringworm will work in that baby bass color. I didn't try this one yet. This is a new one. The pepper flake, I didn't like it. The silver one, which I think is a shad color, I like that one. And the baby June bug, I like that one. That was a little 4-inch one. Yeah, that's 100%. We are definitely not a number there. We all got our part, and we all got our part to play, and we all do it, and we work together really good. I really don't have anybody there I dislike. I got there's nobody I dislike. I'm trying to find a reason to say but there's no reason. I mean, they're all just good guys. You know, yeah, one guy's a little sassy, but you know that's okay. Gotta get a little sass every now and again. Nope, don't. Little tail biter. This is a little one. He's trying to eat that tail. Don't appreciate that. I don't know about all that now. There we go. He actually, oh, you little punk. He actually hit that pretty hard. I thought that was going to be a little bit bigger than that. That's one thing about this lake. The little bass are ridiculously aggressive. I took a hook because of one the other day. Yeah, that was probably the. Oh, that was not a good spot to throw. I literally was getting ready to just throw along the bank right there, and there's a tree hanging down right there. But the baby bass definitely got some attention. Let me get away from this tree a little bit. Yeah, I get sassy every now and again myself as well. No, this does not get stocked, but there are some really big fish in here. Like I said, there's not supposed to be anyone else fishing. I talked to us blue in the face about the one that straightened out my. Huh. Man, I thought that was a good bite. Felt like something pulled it underneath the. There might be something on there. Felt like something grabbed it and pulled it, but I don't think so. Yeah, see, that's cool. That's the way this company is. And like the guy who runs it, the head boss, you're not gonna come out, are you? No. He started off as a parts washer, and then worked his way around, and they let me get to the other side. Maybe I can pull it out from that side. Then the guy right below him, he started out as parts washer. Maybe, I think he said he's been there 25 years. I got his 35 years. And that's just, you know, this company's been in business for, I think, 107 years. And so they know what they're doing. They got, you know, customers use them. They got very loyal customers. I didn't mean to go that fast. Looks like I'm about to change up what I'm doing. Dang, I'm gonna have to cut that. No, I'm definitely in it. I hate that. because now I'm going to leave string in here. I don't like doing that. Thought it was coming up, but it was just moving me. Alright. So we're going to put this down for a minute. You know what? I'm going to put that jig on here. This is the, which one is this? The MGTI, my casting just came out. What am I going to do? Wacky rig. No, I'll do wacky rig. I really, really like this reel. See, that's why I want to catch a good 30-pounder while I'm out here on my kayak. I don't think that's going to happen here. That's why we'll go to places like Inland Lake, because they got some big old bass, and they got big old stripes in there. There ain't nothing to catch a 30-pound stripe in there. Catch that on my kayak and just have it drag me all around the lake. That'd be awesome. Walleye are some fun fish to catch. I stopped tying my knot and I forgot where I was at with my knot. What kind of knot y'all use, if you don't mind me asking? I use a cinch knot because other knots I just need to start practicing them. Because I tried a polymer knot one time and I threw it and it hit the water. Something grabbed it and just kept on going. I guess I tied it wrong. Was a Nico rig when you put a weight in one side of a nail weight instead of one side of a wacky. They're down there. Bring them up. I'm gonna get away from this little hole right here. Oh yeah, it drops a lot faster. I like that. Well, it's this little weight floats, and I was using an octopus hook, so it didn't float. Yep, I'm done with that towel. This way. Yeah, where I was fighting that snag, got my line down, dug into itself. That's not too bad. Well, that little nail weight in there, it's definitely dropping faster. That's what was killing me the other night with the wacky rig, because I had to wait so long for it to drop. Well, that's cool. Yeah. When I was talking about leaving my last job, my son-in-law told me he'd give me a job where he works. They work on planes at the airport, mainly Southwest, I think. But they've had other stuff in there, and I'm like, yeah, y'all don't want me playing with planes. I do my electric motors, so I'm happy with that. Again, in case any of y'all missed it, sorry, shameless plug time. Check out my music on under my releases tab. That's where my publisher, they release it all on here first before they go to all those streaming networks, platforms. If you like it, add me on Spotify or something. YouTube Music, Amazon, Apple, Deezer, Pandora. I'm on all of them. Now that the sun went down, I wonder if the top water will be a little bit better. See, I'm addicted to the top water, and that's what I hate because then I don't try. That's why I never try anything else. Man, I appreciate that, definitely. If you comment on like my first short is a fishing short from last night, actually. If you just comment on that, I'll make sure. I don't always get my notifications when people sub. It actually makes me really mad. But because at one time that happened, like I had a few hundred subs go, and I may have gotten 5 notifications, if that, in a week. And I'm like, really? And but I definitely want to sub back. Yeah, I was actually talking with Riley Green at one point, but I started thinking it was a fake Riley Green. So getting kind of excited because I really like someone to pick up some of my songs. You know, like I said, most of them are about my wife. But got hunting, Blaze on the Dash, a lot of fishing songs. Calling in Well. Calling in Well is a song I had in my head for like 20 years, but I didn't know any musicians, and I'm not one, so I finally got that put together, and I put it out, and I'm like, cool. And I actually got to finally got to hear it, and I'm like, that's the most awesome thing, ever. And it's just about, I actually called in a couple times, said, look, I'm feeling way too good. I said, I'm not coming in today, sorry. They're like, what? So you're calling in sick? No, I said, no, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong. I'm calling in well. I'm not giving you all a chance to mess it up. I got one that was in my, I had one in my head forever. It was filling those shoes. It's like an answer to, the possum. Who's going to fill those shoes? It's like, well, they're filling them. They're getting filled. Country's never died. It's always been fine. They're not the same. It's different, but they're still, country's still alive and it's still thriving. I think I know which one you're talking about. See, I like those type of songs. It's like there's a story in there. More like While He's Still Here is about my son. I wrote that while he was sleeping in a hunting blind next to me. And I was just looking at him. I'm like, before he fell asleep, we were talking about him wanting to join the Air Force. And it's like, he fell asleep and I didn't have nothing to do, so I wrote a song about him. He's like, that's it. I'm never sleeping again. I'm like, that's all it took. All right, cool. He don't like my music. I mean, he does, but He's like, it's goofy. But his friends are like 3 a.m. top water action. His friends are like, that's dope. Your dad did that? And they're like, he's like, yeah. They're like, all right, cool. So his friends listen to my music. And, you know, that was a true story. He's like, got into it with them at work about, okay, that wacky rig thing getting on my nerve too. So let that sit out there for a second while I get my next thing ready. But I used to get up, I'd go in, the supervisor, so that was my job, and they had they said, you know, no one can come in early anymore. And actually, the lady doing payroll, no one told me that we weren't allowed to come in, so I was still coming in, getting to work, and she was clocking me out and clocking me back in, which at that point I was told to come in, so them telling me to come in, my supervisors, telling me to get to work, clocking and get to work, and then her clocking me out and taking that time away after I worked it and no one telling me was like a slam dunk lawsuit. And family members were like, yeah, just tell us when, because, you know, all we got to do is subpoena payroll, subpoena cameras, and that's a win. That's a slam dunk. And but I just need to leave. But so anyways, I started getting up. I still got up at 2 and 3 in the morning, and I was just sitting there playing with my dogs, which is cool too. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna go down to the park and go fishing. So I got down there and I just throw some top water down there, lost knot grass in downtown Springville, Big Spring Park. And it's closed, but the cops are out there playing pickleball. So I'm like, yeah, you cool with me coming out here? And they're like, yeah, there's a lot better things to do paperwork for than someone fishing. And I'm like, my man. And I won't tell no one y'all playing pickleball. So I'm just telling y'all they play pickleball at night, which I think is funny. I just wanted to play with that for a second because I like my Chapo. Got to do something about this poison oak on my legs. Try calling my doctor. And yeah, my cup holder's cool. It's got a little place for. Let's try the rig. I'll get that pulled back in. See, the cool thing in Alabama, they don't have rules about how many baits you can have on there. Where a lot of, or how many hooks you can have, I guess, as many baits as you want. But a lot of states say you can only have like 2 hooks or 3 hooks or whatever. So Wacky Rig's not doing it today. Well, I guess, like I said, I guess that's an eco rig. And the sun's back out, so I can't see nothing again. All right. I'll throw a couple times. Dang, I thought I pulled that. I left that spool open. Yank my pole up. Yeah, brother, go on, definitely. Yeah, we'll definitely be following you. Oh, that sucks. Everybody should have time to fish. And that's just all there is to that. All right. One of my bosses was telling me he went out and he was using his A rig the other day, and he had multiple times. He was doubling up on him. He's coming in with 2 bass on him each time. That's why I'm going with the bigger rod. Well, you definitely can't go wrong with Carolina or Florida, for sure. Yeah, there's something running around in the woods behind me. I'm drifting over there. Like I said, I don't got my gun. I don't want to deal with no shenanigans today. But just for the record, no one retires and moves up north. Nobody. So we just get ahead of the game and come down here. The South is just better. I said, my whole life I lived all over this country. And everywhere I lived, everybody made fun of Alabama. And when I met my dad, the jackwagon, and moved here when I was 21, I'm 52 now, and I can't see me living anywhere else. Jesse, what's up? Where are you at? You can ask me. I'm going to ask you. No, I'm kidding. I am in Alabama, central Alabama, and I'm northeast of Birmingham. So, and oh, that's better. I can see now. All right. Make sure my trolling motor's on. I am fishing for bass. There's a lot of little bass in here, and there's a lot of big bass in here. I'm hoping I catch some of the latter. I'm trying an A-rig. I've tried once before, and this whole week I've been just fishing with stuff I'm not comfortable with. I don't know what gave me the idea to do that, but here I am, and I've been doing it all week, so. And I've been having a good time. But I'm also doing it right now when we're in a drought. And the bite has been real slow, like stupid slow. Yeah, it's a. Gotta get y'all out of California. See, I just left over there. Now fish are jumping over there by the tree. I don't really know a whole lot of people other than like the movie stars, and heck, half of them are miserable there too. Unless they can afford to be enjoyably miserable, I guess. I don't know. Oh, definitely expensive. They got more taxes than anybody, I believe, don't they? Minnesota is one of those places I definitely want to go visit. I've never been there. Had friends from there, and I just love their stories about fishing and hunting and just all the stuff that they get to do. It's just, I love it. I want to be there so bad. Jesse, you're there for business? That's, I can understand that. Nice quiet spot. Yeah, you're not kidding. It's there's actually not supposed to be anyone else out here. The only other people that'll be out here would be the property owners, which I am not. I'm not even pretending to be. And I love it out here. But they're nice enough to let me come out here and just poach their fish. They don't fish out here, so like last time, one of the brothers got on my live the other day. He was like, "Catch them all, man. Just have at it." See, jumping all over me. Yeah, the ice fishing, even being from up north, I've never done ice fishing, and I would definitely watch it too, Robert. It's just, it intrigues me. I was looking on Temu one day, and they had ice fishing reels, and I wanted to buy one just so I could have one. I'll never walk on any ice here in Alabama, but my aunt passed away recently, and I went up to Michigan, and it was just crazy for me. to drive through there and see ice on everything again, because I haven't seen that in years. Well, actually, last time I saw it was my mom passed away when I went up to Michigan. I told my wife that I was tired of going home just to bury people, so we went on vacation up to Mackinac Island. I hadn't been there since I was like 4, so that was really cool. Okay. Yeah, I am done with the cold stuff, living in it. I like the seasons, don't get me wrong, it gets below freezing here too, but it's weird. It took me a second to figure out how to cast this thing comfortably. It's like fishing in the toilet. I shared a video on TikTok about a guy fishing in the toilet, catching a bass out of the toilet. It's the weirdest little video I found. I was like, what? But yeah, I never thought about it that way, but you're exactly right. That's almost what it does seem like. Yeah, we were for a while there getting here in Alabama, central Alabama. We're getting like 2 good snowstorms a year. All right, so something hit it. Finally got something hit my Alabama rig. But it didn't stay on. Yeah, I love the Alabama coastline. You know, even right there, just the whole Gulf Coast right along that area. You got, Gulf Shores obviously, but you got Panama and Destin and all that ain't too far away either. And that's just, I love Destin. Oh yeah, there's the storm clouds. They're coming now. I ain't heard them, but I see them. Okay, that makes sense, Robert. See, that's the problem I'm having right now with not having water moving. It's like the bite sucks. Jake, these new Cast King reels, the MGTI and the ALTI, they have a titanium spool, and so it doesn't have as much inertia, and it's really the first. This is not one of those, but it's the first one that I've had that I could actually really throw without having to use my thumb to slow it down and feather it, or whatever you call it. Yeah, open face. Like I said, I like spinners, but I haven't tried braid on a spinner yet. And because I leave my reels in my truck, dang, I'm hitting over there on the shoreline. Mono and fluoro get so much memory in them that I can't use it. Thumb breaks. Yeah, like I have a video that's below like 100 shorts of my dogs, but I didn't even put any fresh garlic on that. I'm gonna try that. Of me casting with the new TI, one of the TIs, and it was an MG, I think it was, and I was casting a heavy what was it, chatterbait, I think, And I was just chunking it out there. Crap, got on my leg. I knew it was going to happen. I just flicked you off my leg. Huh. Maybe that garlic chartreuse stuff I just dripped on my leg. Maybe I'll take care of some of that poison oak I got. See, there's something big going that just went through. Man, that's what I was planning on doing when I came home tonight. Was, dang it, getting my. Maybe this is why I quit throwing the Alabama rig the first time I tried it. I was gonna use my burn barrel tonight, get some of my trees. I got two crepe myrtles left in my yard. I had 9 when I bought the house. I got 2 left. I hate those things. They grow like weeds. It's a weed. It's a tree. And I got 2 left, and they're the ones that are by my neighborhood sign that's in my yard. And even though the attorney said I could burn the sign if I wanted to, because it's technically mine, because it's in my yard, I just don't feel right to do it. But someone else put that stuff there, so I'm leaving it. Oh, I love them. We have a burn ban right now, but I was counting on it to be raining. This morning I woke up, it said it was going to be storming by 1 o'clock when I was on my way to work, so I was not counting on coming out here at all. Oh yeah, it's coming. What time is it? 7? Oh yeah, I need to hurry up. It's 7:30, I need to go, so. The bell. Yeah, I like the burn. I like doing the burn barrel, even though we got a burn ban right now, because when it's raining, I can just let it go. What I'll do is I put charcoal in the bottom of it to keep it fired up. The barometric pressure is like over 30, I think. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Bear, yeah, it is, man. This is my my spot, man. This is my serenity. I come out here every day, just about after work. I usually don't bring my kayak out here because if I take my kayak to work with me, someone in Birmingham is going to have a new kayak, and I'm going to be short a kayak. So, but just because the weather's doing what it's doing, I've been trying to get as much fishing in this week as possible, and I was doing some lives. I'm trying to figure this whole live thing out. Appreciate you stopping in, definitely. And so I was doing that out here, and I figured it'd be better doing a live on my kayak than, dang it, that thing twisted up in the air and on my spool. Yeah, I'm about done with the Alabama rig. But it's absolutely beautiful out here. And I'm usually the only one out here. Look at that. It flipped upside down. When I say it. There's definitely got to be a technique to doing this that I just have not figured out yet. And I don't think I have time to figure it out today, so I'm going to change over. I think it drops after it rains. I forget. I got an app. I looked at it earlier and it said it was high, but I don't know. I'm gonna cast this a couple more times. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tie this up a couple more times. So that is a tree. That's not a big school of fish, because that would be totally awesome. But there are some big fish around this tree. And obviously little ones too, because one little one was messing with me earlier. So it may have dropped. I thought it dropped once it started raining. I forget. That's what I figured was going on with the bass, because the bite started up Monday, and I'm like, well, they know it's about to rain. That's what it is, and because it's definitely the barometric pressure is why they know, to my understanding. And but we still haven't got the rain yet. We about to get it. I got my big brimmed hat so I can put it on, keep my phone dry here in a little bit. I'm casting this thing one more time, and then I'm gonna change up. I haven't caught a walleye in forever. See, it looks like there's fish following it up here, so maybe I will keep throwing it for a minute. And they're on both sides of me, to the left and right. A bunch of them. About 10 feet down. And that time it didn't get, see? I told it I was going to change up in a second, and it didn't get boogered up on me. Oof. Yeah, I sent my wife a text the other day, and I'm like, hey, baby, I said, you mind if I go fishing for a little bit? She was like, I guess it was like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, right before it was right in the beginning of the drought, because I was excited we were going to get some rain, which we didn't. I was like, hey, you mind if I go fishing for a little bit? She's like, you know we're in a tornado watch, right? And I'm like, that's not a no. So I may be in one tonight. I don't know. We're going to see. Sun will not be back out. As big as that cloud is, yeah, the sun is gone. It's behind that one. See, I'm hoping for once the rain comes, and I'll just go with like a spinner bait with like a Colorado blade on it, and just get that good thump going. And I'm hoping for it to be muddy. It's one of my songs, Muddy Water. Just throwing that out there. Because the clear hasn't been really helping me. I got some dark jigs that I wanna try. Speaking of that, I have a Savage Gear bluegill I'm about to throw on here. Oh yeah, see, I hit the snodgrass again. Love that stuff. Apparently. But even though the storm's getting closer, the wind has completely stopped, so I don't know how I feel about that. I haven't completely stopped, but still. Down south, you still in here? Oh crap, this is the through thing. I don't want to throw that. But that's a sick bait though. This thing's got that thump tail on it. And caught a lot on that. I forgot about it, and I come across it, and I'm like, oh, I want to use that so bad. But yeah, I have a pretty cool crawler. I don't know if you tried the PB crawlers. Those are really good. But the this little beetle right here, little crawler, this thing's awesome. When you do you use forward-facing sonar or anything like that? What do you use for as far when you go fishing and stuff? Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely need to change out my braid. Every time I stop or anything, it wraps around my pole. All right, so this is the Trace 5 6 cents. I want to say it's definitely the fast sink because I don't like the slow sink. I want to say it's the Milliken. Use this in some of the rivers, and I've caught some really nice stripe. Night crawlers. Yeah. I may come out here with a bobber just next week and just let it float. All right, I'm gonna throw this over that tree. Oh, over this tree to another tree. SLX DC, no. I have not tried that. I really want to slow this down, let it sink a little bit more, but I'm right here by this tree. Okay, cool. Jacob, well, I don't know. They got some that you can hook up to your phone, and they're like on a bobber, and you can throw them out. So, I mean, they have that, but stuff like that, but it wouldn't have, because you have to have the transducer out there. You have to have something out in the water. Yeah, I like going over that tree. I like the graphics on it. I just don't know how well they work. I tell you what I really want to do, and I've seen people do videos on them. I want to do a where you get the camera and you put it down there with your bait. It's like a little torpedo that's in front of your bait, and you can actually watch the fish coming at your bait and stuff, and you can you can record it. And like some of the videos out there are really cool because they'll like 7 or 8 fish following it, and it's like, they're sitting there like communicating to each other, like, hey, you gonna try it? No, hey, Mikey, you try it. You try anything. Mikey, go ahead, give it a try. And then one of them will come up there and try it. The rest of them all haul ass like, told them not to try it. You don't ever listen to nothing. It's awesome. Yes. There's one on Temu for like $60. I'm like, I need to give that a try. I'm not gonna pay the $200-300 for it, when I'm probably gonna end up losing it anyway. But it's got a long cord with it, so it's not. That's the only thing I don't know about. It's like, it's not like it's Bluetooth or anything. I guess it can't send Bluetooth through the water. I don't know. I don't know how the aliens are contacting other planets from underneath the water. I don't know why we can't do it. You pray, and then you cuss a lot. Depends on which kind you get. To get the team you want, you'd be like, crap, I gotta get another one. And I don't know what kind that they're doing their videos with. Hey, Miss Mary, how are you? Where did you go? See, that's what I hate about this fish finder. I can't. I mean, yeah, okay, I see there's fish. I don't know where they're at. I mean, I know when they're right below me. That storm's getting like way up here now. Yeah, got a couple little bites, yeah. And, had one take me up under a tree and get me snagged. Lost my little Texas rig. Kind of hated that, but he was itty bitty. He was more frustrating than anything. I got a Nico rig. I got a couple little bites on that, but not much. Alabama rig got a bite. Got a couple topwater. Now I'm trying to use my sixth sense. Not my sixth sense, but Trace 5. The Gillikin, I think it is. That didn't backlash. I took my thumb off for a second. That's my baby. The only time I love it more is when my wife's wearing a shotgun. I actually write a lot of my songs driving in that truck. Worse Than Memory. It's a song I wrote about my ex-wife. I actually wrote that within 15 minutes while I was driving. I was like, I had an idea, and I was like, no, we're not leaving this one, because I'll forget if I don't write them down right away. Miss Mary, you have a wonderful day. But yeah, I had to take my wife's car, put it in the shop, so I met her up there at my mechanic. And there's one following at that time, and it was actually pretty decent size. And we're driving back, and I just looked over, and it's like, I love my truck. I always have, and I've always wanted a truck like that. My first full-size truck. And I just looked at her. I was like, I like my truck so much more right now just because you're in it. I was like, yep, that's a song. But in a situation like that, my ex-wife actually gives a lot of motivation to write songs like that. I don't know if you listen to Worse Than a Memory, but yeah. Like I said, she should just be flattered that someone wrote a song about her. And that's not being ugly, I'm just saying. I'd be flattered if someone wrote a song about me. That means they thought about me. So, yeah, she had a lot to do with that situation with my daughter. So, I still harbor some ill will about that. But that's just being a daddy. I can't help it. We're supposed to take care of our kids, not put them in danger. Alright, so I'm going to try this a little over here a little bit. I'm probably going to go back with some top water in the shallow area over here. Robert, you have a blessed evening, brother. I'm really glad you stopped in. Like I said, you comment, I'll sub back. I just can never remember everyone's handle, and when I go to look them all up later and I don't get the notifications, it just makes me mad because I missed a guy yesterday. I really wanted to sub with him. Yeah, she one thing my wife, she knows she don't have no reason to be jealous. I see something in the water over there, and that may be a bait that I lost about a month ago. But I don't want to go up in there in those trees yet. Man, I like that trace, but those glide baits, just they make so much noise when they land or when they hit the water. Now I have a fire perch over here. Robert, thanks, brother. I really appreciate that. Sixth Robert bar 1636. All right, Robert bar 1636. So if nothing else, I can go back and look at this, and I can find you there. But I appreciate that, brother. I definitely do. I bet you I ain't got 3 hours of sleep a night because I've been going in at 4. This morning I didn't. I hit snooze. I bet I got 4 hours sleep last night. But being out here every night, and that's why I do not bring the kayak out during the week. I know when I set my alarms last night, it said 3 hours and 35 minutes. I was like, ugh. So I went in at 5. I was going to go in at 4, but that's what I've been doing all week. All right, one more at this. I'm going to try the bull shad. I don't know if y'all have tried the Mike Buka. I think they pronounce it Buka. But the Mike Buka bull shads or trick shads, they're pretty amazing. This one I got is the first trick shad that I got. I kind of hate it because it kept filling up with water. I don't know. Well, first you need a gun. You need to practice with said gun, like all summer. And then once you're good with the gun, then you need to look into the laws and find where you can go hunting on public land, or if you know somebody, you can get on their private land. But still, definitely getting the laws. You're younger, so you're gonna. Well, I don't know. With Alabama, you'd have to go through a safety course before you could get a hunting license. And California, you'd probably have to sell your soul or something like that out there to do it. Okay, cool. I've gotten good at shooting. I had one of the coolest experiences this year. My oldest son, which I just found out about him a few years ago, he had never been hunting, and he wanted to go hunting. And so I invited him to go with me to my hunting club. And there was a doe, and there's only a 2 doe limit, even though we can get 3 for in the state, but our club said we can only get 2, which kind of made me mad. But you can get 2 doe a day. You can only shoot 1 buck a day. All right, so look at all them fish right there below me. And where am I at? Way out there. I'm gonna drop that wacky rig. But right there. They're trying to aggravate me. But hearing coyotes. Like I said, I forgot my pistol. I don't want no shenanigans tonight. I forgot I had the minnow tied up. Yeah, we're gonna try the Nico. Emma girl, how are you doing tonight? Today I have not caught anything. It's getting ready to storm. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I really thought that would help me out. The bite's been horrible for the last 2 weeks. We've been in a drought. And I was hoping with that storm coming that it would kind of entice them to bite a little bit faster, a little bit more. But today they haven't really been biting. I've got a few bites. Had one get off top water. I'm about to probably start throwing top water again. I'm trying to do a wacky rig right now. Santos is up. They man, I tell you, hunting is one of the best things I do. I look forward to it all year. Um, Again, just like fishing, I mean, it's just a community of its own. It's like my song, Blaze on the Dash. I mean, you drive around, you see guys all year long. They got their blazed orange on their dash. They leave it there all year. The Holy Mac, what's up, brother? Yeah, I mean, that's me. Last dance of the year. So I was talking about, all right, there's a warm wind coming in. You got a, new flame, but same love. Let's see here. Oh, okay, I'll explain that. I'm sitting here counting this thing be sinking a little bit faster, but it threw the nail weight out. Well, and that's another thing about coming to the south. You have shoot, Michigan just went to one deer. Person, no, that little weight's in there. I'll put a bigger one in. Yeah, these Lake Fork worms, man, they float good. Yeah, I don't know if my brothers don't still go up there hunting anymore, but I know they probably wouldn't be happy about just the one deer limit or one buck. Alabama's probably got the most liberal hunting season, or the longest hunting season out of any state. I think we got like close to 80 days. Down south, would you say it's close to it? We get from mid-October to mid-February. Because they just extended it February 15th, didn't they? All right, we're about to multitask. Put my ADHD to work. So I went from not using plastics to using two at a time. Okay. I guess it, somewhat depends on what zone you're in, but, of course, but I've got no wind. This is crazy. Got a big storm like that coming in. You figured it'd be some wind. I figured wrong. Yeah, it definitely is. So, bow? It's mid-October. You got bow season starts, and then rifle season starts mid-November. I hate it. This year's gonna be the last time I do a youth hunt with my son, because he'll be 6. Well, I guess he'll be 16 next year, so we can do it. Yeah, so I get 2 more youth hunts with him. Man, I had so many doe in front of me this year. And I had some bucks in front of me, but they just weren't big enough to shoot them at the hunt club. And I'm not a trophy hunter, but I'm about filling the freezer. And it's like I let so many deer walk at the hunting club, and it's like, I mean, I only got two doe, which was a cool story. Like I said, my son never gone hunting before, and I just found out about him about 6 years ago, and so now he's my oldest son. But he got a doe. He's like, a doe. I'm like, a doe. He's like, yeah. And I look out there, and there's a doe in one of the shooting lanes, and took a shot. And like 2 seconds later, a bigger one walks out of the woods, And I'm lined up, and he's still looking for his to come out the other little finger. And I said, "You good?" He said, I whispered. I was like, "You good?" He said, "Yeah." And I shot the bigger doe. I dropped her right there where she stood, and so we got 2 doe that day. But that's all the doe I could get out of my hunting club. And that kind of sucked, because the last day out there, we had 2 doe walk up on me, and they were both huge, and they probably walked out about 100, I think it was 185 yards in front of me. And so I just sat there and messed with them because I didn't have nothing else to do. And I called them within 10 yards of me. They're both standing in front of my hunting blind, the hunting thing, just staring at me. And I was like, well, they know where you're at now, but they still didn't leave. I had to wait till after dark before they left. All right, I'm gonna throw some top water for a minute. Ain't nothing working. Nadia, what's up? I loved you in American Pie. Okay, that wasn't funny. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, that's so cool. That is really cool. 10 years old. What kind of deer? Did she get a buck or a doe? Or just, I mean, she got anything. That's awesome. When I first started hunting, it took me 5 years to get my first deer. Frogs are coming out. I don't know if y'all can hear them or not. This lake has got the angriest frogs, I swear. So if these fish are going to keep coming up higher in the thing, I'm just going to let my little Nico rig, wacky worm, I should really take the weight out of it and just let that. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let it float down there. Oh, that's too cool. All right, 7:30. Crap. Like I said, the other night I went from, hey, look, the sun went away. And I can't believe how much light there's still out here to like, where the heck is my truck at? Like, that quick. I mean, it's kind of cool, except for, and, the whole, I mean, my truck's got a couple light bars on it, so it wasn't horrible. I mean, it was kind of like daylight for a minute over there, front and back. All right, we're going to throw a few more of these, and then we're going to dip. So right about now, my wife should call and tell me that, I got to go, and that's when the dogs start getting hits. That's the way this works. Yeah, brother. I mean, I think I'm actually getting kind of addicted to this whole live thing. I know it may sound stupid, but I'm really enjoying talking with y'all. I mean, if it wasn't for it, shoot, I never would have met y'all. I mean, I know we ain't like hanging out in jacks like the old folk, but you know what I'm saying. All right, brother, you have a wonderful evening. Like I said, if you need anything, you holler. And You just have a good night and you be careful. Hey, look at my post when you get a second. I don't know if you use Upside or not, but they're giving back like $17 the first time you do a fill up. And I put my code on there so you can get $17 back. And all you're doing is getting gas. You're not doing nothing special. I've made like $1,000 off it so far. All right, take care, Jacob. Yeah, and here come the Canadian geese. See where they're gonna land today. Yeah, the Canadian geese are funny. They know they got a good little spot out here. Property owner, I was talking with him the other day, and he was telling me he's got some ducks. And they're frustrating the crap out of them because ducks are just nasty, and that's what everyone who has ducks told me. And because I was like, cool, you got ducks. But he's like, yeah, I think about putting them in the truck and taking them down there to the lake and dropping them off. But they'll have a good life out here, as long as coyotes don't get them, which they shouldn't. So I'm gonna go over here to the shallow area real quick and throw this a couple times. I'm gonna scoot out of here. Well, Hunter with LS Lures? I did not hear such a thing. Do tell. Can't leave us in suspense like that. Or go check out my music under my releases. That'd be cool. I'd appreciate that. I gotta get my shameless plugs in. Yeah, my publisher releases all my music on the YouTube first. Then it goes to all the streaming platforms. I'd probably release them to everywhere first. It just posts here first. I think it takes longer on the other platforms to go live. I think that's what it is. Yeah, you can't leave me in suspense. I can't Google nothing right now. My hands are full. I mean, that one is, but and I haven't been seeing any of the big fish that are out here. That's what kills me. So right under me, right now, I was throwing a chatterbait one day, and I talk about this all the time because it just trips me out. Oh, I forgot about that. I need to go over there too. But it about took my pole out of my hand. I straightened out the clasp that you tie your chatterbait on. You tie onto on your chatterbait. It actually straightened that all the way out. And the only thing that was really bent on it was just I had the little tie part, but the rest of it was all straightened out. And the little kink that you clasp it on with, to go around the other wire, was what was holding my onto the blade. And I was like, "You're kidding me!" And that was a white chatterbait, and I've caught another one on a white chatterbait out here, a couple more, but I caught a 4.5 pounder on that later. But I want that one, whatever that was, I want it. And then of course I got a little over a 5 pounder one day on the Screaming Chapo. All right, now, so it's like what you did is you just walked in here and went, I know something y'all don't know. I don't like that. That ain't cool. We don't do that stuff no more. Come on, blow up. Something blew up behind it. Come on. Give it to me, baby. Come on. Yeah, that's where we're at. That was a dangerous cast. But the big bass don't hang out in the safe places, do they? See right here, there's always fish right here. Around these two trees. There's a tree on each side, and it's just, they're protected. And when the water's up, nobody can get out here. And it's like, you can watch sit over there on the other side of the bank, and you can sit there and watch them blow up all night long. Oh, I swear I think that's my bait now. I hope it's my milk monkey. There's a guy on TikTok. He makes baits and big lip lures. So if you get time and you're on TikTok, go check him out. Just have your credit card ready because you're gonna buy stuff. I get in there and I'm like, I take my money, dog. You know, my allowance is used up for the next 2 months. I got it. You know, and but he has one that's called a milk monkey. It's a white square bill. It's got black flakes on it. And then he drilled a hole in it and he put a bunch of skirt material in it going through it up front. And I brought that out here. Like, I kept using it and I just wasn't getting nothing. I was kind of getting upset. My son got like a 4-pounder with it. And, you know, he kept posting pictures like, oh, I'm killing him. Finally came out here one day and I caught like, I got it on one of my videos. I don't know if it's a video or a short, but it was just, I was just killing them. Oh, you know what? Well, I don't know. It may be on here. I know I definitely put it on TikTok because I tagged him in it. Anyway, that guy broke off, and I think I actually see that in that tree. And if that be the case, I'm gonna go get it. Not right now, but if I know where it's at, I can come get it later. And I'm not afraid to get out in the water. But that's definitely a white bait. So it's either a new screaming Chapo that I got, or maybe my milk monkey. But I'm gonna go check that out, and then I gotta go. Some people just have that kind of luck. Thank you for looking that up. Because for real, I would have totally forgot about it by the time I got home. Did you ever find Down South Outdoors? Down South Outdoors, that channel I was telling you about. If not, I'll send you the link to it. Yeah, see, when I fish this little spot right here, I don't ever come up in here. Just never need to. But they're not even biting in here. I'm not even seeing anything on the finder on either side. Kind of cast it behind me and to the other side of this other tree. Yeah, man, I'll send it to you tonight or in the morning. Like I said, once I get out of here, it's gonna take me like 30 minutes to get out of here. And I wasn't even gonna use all my electronics and stuff tonight, just so that way I could just kind of drop in and out because I was counting on the rain. But that cloud's moving really slow. It's about over me now, but that is, I don't know what that is. but that is not my bait. What's going on there? Alright, well now I got myself in a tree, but you know, not the worst situation to be in, I reckon. I was gonna grab my pole. But I even got snagged. I know what happened. I bet my bait squashed up on the floor and when the water dropped. And if so, bet you one of these poaching trespassers took it. Oh well. I had to come cut one of my baits out of here as soon as I got my kayak out here the first time this year. See, since I've been in my kayak, I haven't been fishing over here, so I'm hoping there's less pressure right here. Because this is usually one of the spots I hit. But unfortunately, so does everyone else that comes out here because you can fish it from the bank. There's not a lot of those spots out here. But this is where, like I said, this is where I caught that 5-pounder at. I was just standing in the water over yonder. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a topwater. Like I said, even when I'm not getting a bite, I just want to keep doing it. But one, I like watching lives when people are using topwater because I like, you know, the excitement of watching a topwater, watching for the blow up. And I don't care if it's me doing it or someone else. Southern Roots Outdoors, that's what it is. Like I said, they're the hunting club is like right by Prattville. And I need to get down there. I was talking with their dad, who's also part of their club. I can go down there for free because of where I work, because they all part of our work. And I went down there last year one time, and it's beautiful down there. A lot of deer and a lot of turkey. They have a 14-acre lake, and I want to go down there and use the lake. One of our guys at work, he does a lot of tournaments, and he said he went down there and they caught almost 100 bass one day. And just catching them, throwing them in, catching them, throwing them back, catching them, throwing them back. And there's a lake around here that my wife, one of the guys that she works with, she's the nurse at high school. And he said that me and my son AJ were welcome to go over there and fish at his lake. And but she forgot to ask him where it was at. And it's like she hadn't been seeing him a whole lot. And I'm like, crap. Alright, I really got to get my butt out of here. I'm going to do a couple more casts. I'm going to start getting my stuff unhooked. Hey, I'll just let that sit for a second. Turn this off. Yep. There's on the stove. See, there you go. I knew she was gonna call me. So now I'm gonna get a bite. That's the way it works. Whenever she calls and tells me it's time to go, I start getting bites. My son told me he was gonna have her call earlier tonight. But she's, like I said, she's pretty awesome. Like she says, dinner's on the stove. Yeah, I tried doing a time-lapse video of me putting my kayak together today. And when I got in here. Alright. And for some reason, my phone decided to quit recording. So did not appreciate that. So I'm heading back to the truck, and what I did was I just did a really long cast, and I'm just trolling back now. So I don't troll often, but I'm not opposed to it. See, I pulled up yesterday. I pulled up way away from the truck for some reason. I'm like, I don't know why I parked so far away with that. Oh, there goes some bass right there. They're probably up here harassing the bluegill. You know, because the bluegill been harassing them for a minute. Yeah, I come over here the other day, and there's full of frogs right here. It's like I was trying not to step on them. It's crazy. There's that one. I will cast over here uno más times, because right here at the end of the dam, they school up sometimes. But unfortunately, a lot of the wind blows a lot of the grass over here too, so it's a little aggravating. All right, all y'all that are in here now, if you don't mind, check out my releases tab on my channel. Just check out my music. If you like it, man, add me to Spotify or whatever streaming platform you use. I'm on all of them. But YouTube Music or wherever, that's actually where I listen to my music at. It's YouTube Music. But definitely sub. And if you do sub, hit me up on like one of my first shorts. I got like a fishing short. I think it was my last one from last night. But in that way, because I don't always get my notifications, but I'll definitely sub back because, you know, firm believer in taking care of those who take care of you. Need more of that. All right, here's my last cast. Yeah, along with the frogs, the other thing totally was amazing was the amount of mosquitoes that was out here at night. Even with bug spray on, I was still getting just bombarded. Whoop. Not on the line. There we go. There will be no more of that tonight. And I hate that because now the storms are going to start and I don't know when they're going to stop. So that means we will be. Oh, there's a close up of my truck. So I don't know when my next fishing trip's going to be, but it'll be as soon as I can get out here. I can promise you that. But there's my rig. That's what I've been floating around for the last 2.5 hours. I ended up putting two sets of outriggers per side because I got vertigo. So if I stand up, even with just one outrigger out there, it would get a little sketchy sometimes. Ooh, I did not close that. So we don't want to play with that. That spider is still there. It's been on here for 2 days. Go on, get. Be enough of you. I hate that I didn't get to use all my big baits, but I used 3 of them. So anyway, I'm really hoping that once the rain comes and the water gets muddy, that the top water will fire back up again, and you know, my some of the big baits. I can use my spinner baits with the thumping and all that stuff. But it's my work truck, my play truck, so it's full of everything. Look, I even got an upside down topsy-turvy thing for what was it called? So, I just collect stuff in my truck, but I guess I'll have time to clean it out over the next few days. So, everyone that has been in here, I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It means more to me than y'all know. I've really come to like doing the lives. I've really been enjoying talking with people. And I know we've had a lot of people from here in the States. But like the other night, I had a guy in here from Serbia. And I was talking with him for about an hour, and that was just cool to me. Like, I'm easily entertained. But y'all can see right here, this water was like that log should be completely underwater. It goes the water line, like all these rocks and stuff. These are like beds, usually. Like that's like a bedding area. And obviously there's no bedding going on right now. So it goes all the way up to, the water line goes all the way up into these trees, probably like up to here. So it's probably down 4.5 feet right now, easily. I appreciate it, man. You don't hear me. You've been listening to me talk about it for 2 hours, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, makes it where I wasn't talking in vain, right? But yeah, they like I said, it's all about stories in my life, one way or another, good, bad, and ugly. You know, or the people in my life, mostly my wife, because I really like her, and she lets me go fishing a lot. So what's there not to like, right? But I've gotten now to where I've been leaving my trolling motor and my fish finder inside my truck. And this week, that's all I've been doing is just, like I said, running up to the house. I back up to my trailer that the kayak's on, and I just slide my kayak into the back of my truck. Because, you know, here's the hole I drive in. So obviously I'm not bringing a trailer in here. That's not happening. But like I said, it took me 15 minutes, I think, to get everything unpacked and put together today. I tried doing a time-lapse video. I'm gonna try it again. I think I hit something wrong. So I was all excited and I got done. I went over there and I'm like, heck yeah, let's see how it turned out. And like, I had an 8-second video. I was like, okay, I didn't hit the right thing. And y'all know of a carrying thing that I can replace my carrying strap with for a battery by chance? My dog is obsessed. My female dog is completely crazy. Little German Shepherd. She loves nylon, and I did not know that until she ate every piece of nylon that was in our living room. She ate the nylon off of my battery. She ate the nylon off of our pack and play and something else, all in one night. And come back and she's looking at it all, and I'm looking at me in the morning, and I'm like, "What the heck did you do?" And she's like, "Yeah, what's up?" So. Metal battery grips. All right, I should be able to just Google that on Amazon, I assume, right? So these are my outriggers. Just check these out real quick. I just take them off right there. And I made that. It didn't go over the bar that came with it. Didn't go far enough. So I cut it in half and put another bar in there, and then just put some screws down through it. It fits now. So, yeah. My wide brim hat with my fans. Yeah, those things are amazing. But yeah, these outriggers, all you do, it takes like 5 breaths to blow them up. And then you just unscrew them, and it's completely deflated. It's like a handle clamp thing that goes on both sides of the battery. Okay. It's just metal battery clamp, carrying clamp, maybe. Search for that. It literally takes longer to unscrew the thing than it does to let the air out. And a disrespectful fish right there jumping again. Get off him. That spider's been here for 2 days. I don't know, maybe it's a family of them. But I actually got it off of there this time. Battery carrier. Yeah, I know, I hate that too. So that'll be very convenient. Yeah, I need to get a bread tie or something put on this one. The little handle thing broke. So I just get it ready and put it back on. That was actually, these right here were actually one of the reasons why I was going to do the little setup video. Just because I have people talk about, man, how long does it take to set that up? And man, I bet you get tired for blowing all those up. Man, it literally takes 5 breaths. And it's tight. I mean, I don't know how much extra float it adds to my kayak, but I know it adds a lot of stability to it, that's for sure. Oh. Yeah. Good times. Yeah, that's cool. But like I said, I'll if nothing else, it'll be a like the Southern Roots Outdoors. My buddies. I will, like I said, I may have to copy and paste what I put in there, but at least it'll be there. It just won't be a link that you can click on. Good old agua. Another cool thing is I really wish I had some kind of power supply type thing. There goes 2 bass right there. That I could plug all my electronics into, just plug them in. But I actually just ran a cord and secured it to my kayak all the way up front so I could put the battery up there just to offset the weight since my big butt's back here. I put some wood on it, which again makes it a little bit heavier, but it lifted me another 6 inches away from the water, so I don't know, it's just more comfortable. But I put these little quick connects on here, so that way I can just pop. I mean, I can drop in anywhere in 15 minutes. I can have all this put together. It takes longer to take it all apart than it does to put it all together. When I'm going pretty fast and then I go ahead and hit reverse real quick, it usually fills this back part up with water, which kind of sucks, but I just pull out my little plug and then this is my little extender for the trolling motor, so that way I don't have to I think I'm hearing rain. That's over on the other side of me. I wasn't expecting that. But this little thing extends so I can use the trolling motor, but I can use this in my john boat also. So I can sit in the middle of my john boat, and that's long enough to reach my trolling motor in the back. And if I put a trolling motor on the front, I mean, I can have 2 trolling motors going, and I can control both of them on my john boat by myself. But I put one, I turned it around so it's backwards, and that way I can, if my son's up there, I can just back it up. And I use the front one for that, and I can use the back one to do whatever I gotta do back there. I don't know, maybe that wasn't rain. Alright. Got everything packed down in there. Got good at packing stuff in there. But I hate it. Ever since my surgery on my neck, I can definitely tell a difference in my strength. I used to pick this bad boy up by the handles. Of course, right now with all that wood on there, probably wouldn't be the best idea. But I used to just pick it up, throw it over my head. That'd empty out all the water and stuff. And it's really easy, just throw it in the back of my truck. I can't do that no more. I had 3 of my vertebrae fused together in my neck. I was mad because I told the doctor, I said, man, can you give me a pretty cool scar at least? I can at least make up a cool story about it. He was like, no, I got plastic surgeons in my family and I never hear the end of it. And I'm like, make it creative. Just be like, I'll get down there and talk about how awesome you are. You did exactly what I wanted to. And it was a cosmetic surgery. No, I can't do it. I was like, well, I don't like your family. So all I got now, it looks like I got a Colombian necktie because they cut through the front of my neck to go around to the back, which blows my mind. Talk about thinking out of the box. I never would have thought about doing that. Doop, 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 doop. I was always just leaving stuff in the back when I was driving around, but since I'm in the woods, some of these branches I actually need to come in here. I told the property owner I'd come in here and trim them down. And I plan on doing some work in here this year, but I need to trim them back on the trail because I'm really driving through the trees at some point. Brad, what's up? I hope you are having a good evening. I'm having a good evening. I was on the lake, had a good day of work. Come out here, got on the lake. I didn't catch any fish, but I got to run my mouth for almost 3 hours now. And definitely had some bites, but made some new friends. I'm getting ready to turn this off here in a second, packing up before the storms hit. I'm here in Alabama. We're finally getting ready to break our drought. Pretty excited about that. I got everything packed inside my truck. I mean, I got down to a science. I even know to open up the center console because my shorter pole doesn't reach all the way to the back. Get off there. I was hoping with the storm getting ready to come in that the fish would be more active, but the bite's been real slow, and I guess it's because of the drought. I assume it is, but I'm not all that. But I can definitely I know how to make excuses, so it could just be operator malfunction. I don't know. But I was really hoping to have a good day. Had a good day Monday. The bite was actually pretty good. First time in a couple weeks. But that was it. Yesterday was not good. Only caught like 1 or 2 yesterday. And then that stuff's all gonna smell like bubblegum. Well, bubblegum and garlic. We're gonna see how that works. Brad, you got videos and stuff of fishing? Let's see here. It's funny because the phone makes it look like it's a lot brighter out here than it is. But it is definitely, I mean, it is now, but if I turn that on. All right. Well, my friends, I'm calling it an evening. Go home and eat dinner, take a shower, get in bed with my wife, and go right to sleep so I can get up early and start all over again tomorrow. But I really enjoy talking with y'all. And man, down south, man, I'll give you a follow or a sub as soon as I get home. And while I'm getting my dinner. But I really appreciate you hanging out with me today, man. That was pretty cool of you. And appreciate you dropping some knowledge with everybody. So definitely nice to meet you, man. We're close enough that we need to get together and wet a line sometime. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it real quick so I can get my air conditioner turned on. You have a great evening, brother, and good luck with everything, and just stay safe. All right, well, you drive safe. Safe travels. Yeah, I'm down. I ain't scared to travel. All right, man. You be good. All right, later.